So they use the word preshta, and that'll conclude our notes. So preshta, where is preshta? It's in the last line. Preshta, of course, is used many places. There's priya and preshta. These are very dear and chiefmost and dearmost of one to us and to everyone. Because they say you're the dearmost of all living entities. But the difference between all living entities and us is that we fully realized that you are the dearmost and foremost. You are the dearmost and foremost and supermost and only most and one and only most and most of most persons for us. And that's why we're standing before you. And may we always stand before Krishna. May we never leave his sight. May he never leave our sight. So they're saying, you're come on, man. You're the Preshta. You're the Preshta. Tanu Britam Kila Bandharatma. Of all living entities, you're the supreme friend and you're the chief, you're the greatest. We know it. We realize it. So here we are. Now you're telling us to go home to some limited expansions of you and some temporary representations of Guru. We don't buy it. So the Brajagopis addressed Krishna as Preshta Bhavams, Tanu Britam, as the dearest one. And in the first line they say, Yat Patya Patya Suridam Manuvrittiranga. Anga means, as you know, part, limb or a part. So they say, in the first part of the verse, they said, Anga, you are our dear Krishna, you are Anga, part of us, an Anga. So the word Anga, our dear Krishna, indicates that the Braja Gopis' speech was gentle. So their speech right now is somewhat gentle. Because they're saying, Anga, you're like us. You're a part of us. So their speech is very gentle. Because it gets a little more feisty as this goes on. You'll see. But here they're coming on a little soft, and then they're warming up. Oh, you're no Dharma and this, that. They're going to let them have it in a few verses. This indicates their speech was gentle, or let's say is. Their speech is gentle, sweet, and loving, as they countered Krishna's arguments. The gopis' arguments to this point, first two verses, are sweet arguments. They're arguing sweetly. They are not heated or overheated discussions. Like some people start talking and they get really hot-headed. So they say that Kila Bandharatma, because they're saying Atma, you're the friend of all living entities. So Atma means the very self. To review, the word Atma refers to the word Isha, because they say you're the controller. You're not only the controller, because controller, someone can be outside of you and controlling you, like the government. They're outside of you, but there's laws. You pay your taxes and you're okay. You don't, we come and put you in jail. So they're outside forces that control you. But they're controllers, but they're using the word, because they say Atma. Yes, you're the friend of Bandhur Atma, but the word Atma means the controller of all souls. So Vishnu Chakravarti, in his Tika, he also identifies the Supreme Lord Krishna as the Supreme Soul. The gopis acknowledged Krishna's form of majesty as the Supreme Soul within all beings, Super Soul. If the gopis were very secure in their position of union with Krishna and being with him, then their awareness of Krishna's supreme excellence and Aishvarya, his Vaikuntha grandeur and opulence and power, would not be present. So they're feeling insecure because they're anticipating separation, and what they very much anticipated was about to will come to pass, that Krishna does leave them. Because that's always going on, because eternally Krishna enjoys the lila with all his devotees, newest devotees, oldest devotees, small devotees and big devotees. Krishna is always playing the lila of union and separation. He's very close to the devotees, and he's very far from the devotees. He's very close to the devotees, very far. Just when you think you can catch him, then he runs away and becomes invisible. Just when you think you have him, he disappears.